Hi, this is Dan Hark here for Bloom 360, and you and I together are going to be hanging out, and what we're going to be looking at during this e-session, we're going to be playing with some basic WordPress blogging. We're going to create a post, and we're going to add some text and some images. We're going to make a hyperlink or two, and we're going to, at the end, admire our handiwork, because that's just how we roll. Alright, so here we are at the website right now. This is the website that we're using as an example. It's a nice simple blog. What we're going to be doing to go into, we're going to be going into the back end, and that's where we're allowed to create posts and manipulate posts and create content and so on and so forth. The way that we get into the back end is we take our usual URL, and we make a slash, and then we go to wp-admin. Alright, so having done that, it's going to take us into the dashboard. Now normally you'd be presented with a user ID and password prompt. I'm already logged in, so we didn't get that just this time. Let's just have a quick look at the front end one more time, and I'll just show you a post just so you can sort of see what's going on before we get too far into this. Alright, so if I open up one of these posts here, just click on the title, and it's going to take us into the post screen. Alright, so you can kind of see what's going on here. We've got some text, and we've got some images, and we've got a video. Through the powers of Visual Composer, the page is divided up into columns. That's why it's looking a little bit funky at the moment, but that's okay. We can play with that stuff ourselves. Alright, so you'll notice over here on the right-hand column, we've got some categories, and we've got some tags, and some other stuff as well. Categories and tags you should take notice of, because we're going to be looking at those in the next few minutes. Alright, nipping back into our dashboard. Remember that most of this stuff here in the right hand column you're never going to need to touch. It's all very, very complicated stuff. Well, I shouldn't say it's all, but lots of it is very complicated stuff you're never going to need to touch. But what you are going to touch is posts. So if I click on that, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to be shown a screen full of the posts that exist in the system right now. If we have a look at these titles, you'll recognize these from our blog list screen that we were looking at just a few minutes ago. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a new post. Alright, so there are a couple of ways we can do that. There are literally two ways that we can do that. We've got an add new button here, and there's an add new button over on the left hand side as well. Either of them are fine. Just click on one of those, and we'll be off and going. Okay, so here we are presented with a new post screen, completely unpopulated as of yet. You will see that Visual Composer is ready and raring to go. We're going to have a look at that in just a second. The first thing that we add for a new post is a title. So another amazing post, that is going to be our post title. And like I was saying a second ago, Visual Composer is ready to go. You'll see here there's some preordained layouts. You might want to have a play with those on a rainy Sunday if you've got nothing better to do. We're not going to be going into those right now. Basically they just create rows and columns in a nice layout and save you a couple of minutes if you like that sort of thing. Alright, so Visual Composer gives us the long road, which is add element, and the short road, which is add text block. So we'll just click on add text block. Okay, and you can see what it's done. It's created a new row in Visual Composer and put some text in. So we'll just add a bit more text. We do that by clicking on the pencil to edit in the first place. And now I'm just going to copy this text that's here and make it a bit longer so it looks like we've actually done some work. It's a nice column. Paragraphs is what I mean to say. Okay, so we've got some paragraphs. We're looking pretty cool. Okay, not bad. Okay, so we've got some text, and what we'll do first up is we'll just publish that, and we'll admire our handiwork, and then we'll have a look and see what's missing, and we'll tick things off as they go. Alright, so you can see that the system has gone and created a URL based on the post title, and that's all very good. We've got this button here that says View Post, and if I right click it, at least on my IBM PC, we can open up a new tab, and we can keep two windows open. Okay, so we can see we've automatically got a title, we've automatically got our comments form down here, we've automatically got the date, we don't have to worry about that, and it's all looking pretty good. We haven't given it any categories at the moment or any tags, and if we go to the home screen right now, what you're also going to notice is that it's missing a thumbnail image. So these are things that we need to look at. So the total is categories, tags, and a thumbnail image. Alright, so let's fix all that up right now. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, so first thing is we'll give it some categories, and we'll say it's blue, and it's in colors, and tags is new post, and we put in a comma to make more tags, and cool things, and the next one is just awesome. Okay, click the add button and we've got our tags. Okay, all looking very good. You can see that that's tagged there. I can add one tag by itself at the same time if I want. Just okay, so one tag, and you can see a single tag is entered in there. Alright, so if I scroll down a little bit further, we can see that there's a button here that says featured image. So I'm going to click on that, and what this is going to do is it's going to set the thumbnail. Alright, you can see that we've been brought to our WordPress media library. This is where every image that has been so far uploaded into the website goes. And we do have access to even old images that have been uploaded. Let's just select one of these. That gent will do. Okay, you can see the image is lined up and ready to go. I click set featured image, and you'll see here there's a thumbnail down in the bottom corner. Alright, so let's click update now. Okay. So we click refresh here on our post. Alright, so you're not going to see much of a change here, but if I click on one of these tags here, so you might recognize some of these cool things. There's one that we just used a second ago. Alright, and there's the post that we just created just a second ago, and it's got a thumbnail. If we go to the home page, we'll see that our post now has a thumbnail. So it's important that you set a featured image, okay? Otherwise things are going to look a little bit weird, like this one down here. It's not looking all that crash hot. Okay, so let's do a little bit more work on the post. What we've got so far is we've got some text. We want to add an image as well, so I'm going to click the little plus sign which exists within Visual Composer, and this is going to open up the Visual Composer element library. What we want in this case is a single image, and if you don't know much about Visual Composer, we do have a video that's able to explain that to you a bit more. Alright, so the first thing it's asking for is an image, so I'm going to click the little green plus button, and it's going to open up our image library once more. I'll click that image. I like that one. That one's very good. So we set image, and in this case the image size, which it's important to set. We'll say it's large. No, it's say full. Full's good. Okay. So we actually have to type that in. The keywords that you would enter are here. Otherwise, it's also explained just below that you're able to set a size by pixels. That's length by height. So click Save Changes. We can see that our single image is queued up and ready to go. I click Update. And if I click on another amazing post, which is the post that we're working on right now, we'll see that our image has gone in. It's a nice skinny one, that's just the way it was. But that's pretty good, isn't it? It's not bad. Just one quick thing before we go, let's play with some columns a little bit. Let's add a row. So I'm going to click the Visual Composer plus button here. And so we'll add a new row. Rows, remember, you're able to divide up into columns, and we do that by playing with this button that's just here. There's a button here that says half-half. So I do that, and you can see that our new row has been divided into half-half. And of course we've got our Visual Composer control here, which allows us to drag and drop. So, whoops, missed it. Okay, we just drag and drop into a column, and you can see that the text has gone into one column now. I'm going to copy this text just because it's going to save me some time, and then I'm going to put this text into, whoops, a little bit hard to grab it sometimes. Okay, we got it eventually. Okay. Alright, so we've got two columns of text, and now we click Update, and we'll check out what we've got. Okay, click Refresh out here on the front end. And we're looking pretty good. We've got two columns of nice text, we've got an image here at the top, and everything's cruisy. So remember, we set some categories and we set some tags. We set a post title, and that came up the top, and yeah. So hopefully that explains everything that you need to know about posting to WordPress. And if you have any questions, just hit me up here at Bloom360. Talk to you later. Thanks very much. Bye bye.